Stephen A. Smith, he doesn't miss, or at least miss an opportunity to bash black people or black women in general. Let's go ahead and watch this little clip of him talking about Jasmine Crockett and Joy Reid. And also, I want to add, Joy Reid is planning on responding back to him. Let's go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to it, y'all. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a listen.
I don't know if you would categorize this as a third rail or a pitfall, as you describe, but in your book, you talk about how when you were first starting with, quite frankly, you were concerned that the black community might see you as a sellout, as an Uncle Tom. And as you know, some of those criticisms have come about lately. And I want to just play a quick clip to get your reaction.
Sure.
To use your platform in order to not only come for me, but consistently kind of have a track record of coming for black women, I was just very disappointed in him.
They're paying you not for your numbers, my friend. They're paying you because you are willing to say the nasty things about black people that they want to say.
Your reaction?
They should be ashamed of themselves. Where's your evidence?
Well, Crockett, you have apologized.
Well, let me tell you what I apologized for. Trump followed up what I said by calling her low IQ and stuff like that.
Hold on, let me catch him in something, because he had been talking about Jasmine Crockett beforehand, and we all know Trump has slandered her since she got into office. So what are you talking about? Like, oh, all of a sudden after he said something, that's when you decided to apologize? No, he's been talking about her. And the thing is, Jasmine Crockett even played all the insults he was saying about her during her whole time in office, or in Congress, I should say. He's a liar.
Which I found appalling. She's a highly educated woman. She's licensed to practice law in the state of Texas, Arkansas, and federally. She's a United States representative. She's an influential, intelligent, decent, good black woman who cares a lot about black people in this country. So I apologized for assisting in any way this notion that it's okay to say that about her, because I didn't want any parts of that. But I did feel that the situation was overblown. I was simply saying, is cursing the president out and calling him a piece of on national television or in front of a national audience going to help your constituency? I wanted to know the answer to that question.
You know, it's not just Joy Reid and...
Let me say something about Joy Reid. Let's get this out of the way. I don't know this woman. I've met her one time. I shook her hand once. I've never spoken to her in my life. And she's responding that way because when she got fired by MSNBC, her show got canceled. I spoke on it. And what I said was, she is a talent, highly intelligent woman. I respect her. The issue, however, is that if your numbers drop 47% and you are black in this culture that we're living in, did you really expect something else to happen? Of course they were going to do that to you. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, I get what you're saying and you might be right, but the manner in which you're going about it, that ain't going to serve you well long term.
But why is it that many black women have had this criticism on Stephen A. Smith?
Who are the many? Because I think there are a few.
He said, who are the many? I think we can go Carrie Champion, Jamel Hill. Like, you know, here's the thing. Yeah, does every black woman hate him? Well, you know, I don't even want to say like it's just black women. It's black people in general have criticism for him. And this is not just about his politics. This is him in the arena of sports, which he's supposed to be excellent at, you know, talking about sports, which that's debatable, because what he's known for, just like in politics, is bashing black people. The way that he talks about black athletes is not the same like he talks about white athletes. Everything that a black athlete do is inexcusable and he goes in. A white one is kind of like, oh, well, you know, they did this and hopefully they learn from it. Just the same way that Jasmine Crockett isn't the only one that says F Trump or it criticizes Trump. They all do. Frankly, they all criticize him, except John Fetterman, but we know he's weak. He got a weak heart and he weak. I went there. I don't care. I don't care. You didn't care that he was chasing a black man with a gun, so I don't care nothing about his weak heart. So anyway, I'm just telling the truth. He chased a black man with a gun and he got elected into, a senator of Pennsylvania. That's crazy to me, but I digress. Anyway, everybody criticizes Trump, but you come at Jasmine Crockett because, she's the most vocal or she speaks her mind. Isn't that what we've been complaining with on the Democratic side? We need strong Democrats who want to fight for us. And you're saying, you're doing too much. Like, no, the rest of them are not doing enough. And so when Jasmine Crockett speaks her mind, and we know whenever it's a black person, especially a black woman, if they speak their mind, they looked at it as, they're problematic or they loudmouth or this or that. It's never spun in a positive way, ever. And Stephen A. Smith is feeding into that stereotype about talking about this black woman and basically making it seem like she's unruly or, she's so focused on Trump and not on the people and all. Get all of that out of here. You're weak for, and it's not even that he's weak, it's that he does this on purpose. If you look at the people who go on his show, it's mostly right-wingers. It's people like he loves Megyn Kelly. Out of all the people, you love blackface Megyn Kelly. When she said blackface was okay, she also pushes the whole browning of America and the white replacement theory. Like, you love this woman. And the reason why they love you is because you push a narrative and a lot of propaganda on your channel. This is why they love you. If you were coming at them, they wouldn't love you. I guarantee that, right? But you'll kiss their ass, but you still can't get to why people don't like you. And it's not just black women who called him out. Van Latham has called him out. Don Lemon has called him out. So many people have called out Stephen A. Smith, Terrell Owens, All the Smoke podcasts, Stephen Jackson and Matt Barnes have called him out too as well. So what are you talking about? It's not just, these particular small group of, no, who gives you your bread and butter. And at the end of the day, they can put you out there to say the negative stuff about, again, they're always going to find somebody black to push a certain narrative about Democrats and about black people. And you are the face of that because they're under the perception that black people like you. And we don't. You know what Stephen A. Smith reminds me of? He reminds me of, and here's the thing, because Stephen A. Smith is just like this manager that I had at this one job, right? Who think they're helping you because, you black, so I'm gonna help you out so you don't do the wrong thing. And I get that, I've done it too before, but there's a way that you go about it. So this particular manager, she was black, and she would basically give us, the black people, hell. She would. And it got to the point where I told my direct supervisor, hey, she needs to stop this. I get it that, she feels like she's black and so we're family and she can talk to me any kind of way. No, you can't. I told my supervisor, my direct supervisor, I have a fucking mom and a dad. I don't need you to be either one of those. And I said it just like that. And my supervisor was like, okay, I'll let her know. Yeah. Because you're not going to down talk me and think that you quote unquote helping me. I don't need no men. Mind you, I'm grown. I don't need a mentor from. No, get out of here with all that. And so Stephen A. Smith, he feels like he can just say whatever and he's trying to help, but you're not helping with anything. If anything, you're causing more chaos. Now, I want to go ahead and play this response from Joy Reid real quick before we get out of here. And like I said, Joy Reid said that she's going to do a full response on her channel, but I just love how Joy Reid, she didn't say much, right? But it was just the fact that how funny she was being reacting to this clip. So here we go, you guys.
Was overblown. I was simply saying, is cursing the president out and calling him a piece of on national television or in front of a national audience going to help your constituency? I wanted to know the answer to that question.
You know, it's not just Joy Reid and...
Well, let me say something about Joy Reid. Let's get this out of the way. I don't know this woman. I've met her one time. I shook her hand once. I've never spoken to her in my life. And she's responding that way because when she got fired by MSNBC, her show got canceled. I spoke on it. And what I said was, she is a talent, highly intelligent woman. I respect her.
They're always educated, highly intelligent, but he still fixes his mouth to degrade them. Interesting, right?
Issue, however, is that if your numbers drop 47% and you are black in this culture that we're living in, did you really expect something else to happen? Of course they were going to do that to you. I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay.
So I have thoughts, as you might imagine, and I'll share them Monday on the Joy Reid Show, 6 to 8 p.m. ET.
Ooh, it's almost time. So we'll be definitely watching. But I want to say this. So the whole 47%, that was MSNBC overall. That wasn't just Joy Reid show. So after the election, we was all done with politics. We was like, F this. We done with this shit, right? So nobody was watching it because we all felt hoodwinked and played when Trump got elected again, right? So everyone numbers crashed. And Joy Reid, who's a part of MSNBC, or her show was on there, you know, her numbers went down too. Now, at February of last year, the numbers went back up. But they still decided to go ahead and let Joy Reid go, even though she wasn't the lowest on the list. I think she was like number, like at least, she was either number like 6 or 7 as far as the ratings. But the people that they kept had lower numbers than her. So it wasn't about numbers at all. More than likely, it was about her stance on Gaza and Israel. That's probably what led to her. And then also her being more vocal about the president because, you know, he's trying to silence everybody. That probably played a part into it. So I just wanted to clear up that whole rumor about her numbers and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure she'll talk about it as well, too, on her show. But again, you guys, I love y'all for watching. Let me know what you think about Stephen A. Smith. Do you think at this point we should all just stop listening to him? Or do you like the stuff that he says? Like, let me know in the chat. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys. But please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And thank you guys, anybody who sends donations and stuff like that. If I don't thank you publicly, just know that I am grateful for it. So I love y'all, but we out of here.